If you search Lego on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, eventually you're gonna come to videos like these.
Why spend $650?
The only thing more weird than this collection...
Lego finally listened and made...
I paid $220 for this. This Lego set has stirred up some controversy amongst fans, and it may not be for the reasons you're thinking.
Yeah, these YouTube shorts, TikToks, whatever you want to call them, usually have a few things in common. A loud voice, sound effects like this, and swings at Lego. You'll hear things like, Lego made a massive mistake with this new set, or the one thing Lego wants you to forget about power miners, or Lego could never release this set from the 90s today. You know what I mean, right? For lack of a better word, clickbaity. And let's be honest, clickbaity has some pretty negative connotations, especially for older internet users who decry pretty much everything on the internet these days. And feel how you want to feel about clickbait, but for today's episode, it is best if we're all on the same page about three things. First, these videos are made to be mesmerizing. Very smart people work very hard to snag your attention within just a few seconds. I will be the first to admit I have fallen for these videos. I will watch a long YouTube video, and while I'm watching it, I see an eye-catching short recommended to me, and I'll click onto it. That is all very intentional. Secondly, these videos are very successful. Very successful. It is clear that this is what viewers are responding to. A lot of these content creators have subscribers or followers in the 100,000s, if not millions, even when a lot of their content is more or less indistinguishable from their peers. And third, I don't want to minimize or insult what these creators do. Call it clickbait, call it spam, call it whatever you want. It is still content, and it is still a person who's putting work into it. And for that, you gotta give them credit. This kind of content takes a lot of work. It takes time. And in the case of today's guest, it takes a lot of research. So what goes into one of these channels? How can someone capture a Lego-loving or hating audience in 2025? And what happens when what you yourself enjoy butts up against what your audience demands? My name's Eric Crittenden, and this is Clutch Power, a show about the ways we love Lego. Episode 2, Hooks and Hot Takes, Lego short-form content. In part 1, an interview with Sam Wyatt Bricks, a short-form Lego content creator. We'll talk about his content strategy, what works and what doesn't. Then a bonus section for Patreon supporters only. Sam and I slug it out in a Lego hot take competition. And, to balance things out, we throw in some of our coldest Lego takes. Stuff everyone will agree with. And might not be stuff you think about. And finally, in part 2, Sam and I talk about his interests and how his audience can shape what he does or doesn't make videos on. It is a great show, and there is a lot to learn here. So trust me, you're going to want to stick around through this one. Let's get started. Part 1, Sam's short-form content. You see it all over the internet, you hear it in a lot of conversations. Our attention spans are getting shorter. And while experts' opinions differ, I tend to think, yeah, they are shorter. That's not really what this episode's about. But if you'd like to learn more about it, there's a great episode from the American Psychological Association's podcast, Speaking of Psychology. A PhD in psychology shares some pretty sobering data. Listen.
It turns out children that are as young as 2 to 4 years old, they already average 2.5 hours of screen time a day. And when they get to be between 5 and 8, they average about 3 hours of screen time a day.
The link's in the show notes. My point in bringing that up, more kids are watching YouTube. Kids, this is proven, have shorter attention span than adults. Like majorly shorter. We are talking like dozens of minutes shorter. So, content creators are therefore more inclined to make shorter content for younger audiences. And that is exactly what we're seeing. Creators are packing in a ton of content into 60-second, 45-second, even 30-second shorts. But even more crucial than that is hooking someone's attention within the first 5 seconds of a video. Otherwise, people will swipe away. This is the social media landscape that Sam entered about a year ago. His handle is Sam Wyatt Bricks, and while this isn't his first foray into making content, this is undoubtedly his most successful one. His first YouTube short was uploaded on December 12th, 2024. It has 32,000 views, which is not bad, but these days, his YouTube shorts hit millions of views. His shorts tend to combine Lego with whatever the popular trend of the day is, Labubu, Clash Royale, SpongeBob, and this is not an accident. Sam has done a ton of research into learning what works and what doesn't with short-form Lego content. Here's a quick clip from one of his videos so you get an idea.
Is Lego making a Labubu set? Nope, but I built one. If you don't know what a Labubu is, they're these insanely popular collectibles that can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
So Sam, thank you for joining me today. I want to kick things off with, where did your channel, Sam Wyatt Bricks, get its start?
Yeah, so about like 2.5 years ago, I started on Whatnot. Whatnot is basically a live streaming platform that you sell Lego.
Oh.
Yeah, you go live and like I sell like minifigures or sets and stuff, but mostly minifigures is what I sell. I start everything at $1 and people just bid it up to whatever they feel they want to pay for it and they win it. And so that's how I started. I started with Whatnot. But I always wanted to do YouTube. I've always been doing YouTube since I was very, very little, but not Lego themed. Actually, I did have a Lego channel when I was little, but it was horrendous. It was not a good. It was not,
we've all been there.
I don't think it's still up there anymore. Anyways, I think I took it all down. But yeah, so I started on Whatnot, and it sort of, I got a big following on there, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just start YouTube again because I've always wanted to do YouTube. I'm really into film. I'm in film school right now, and YouTube is just something I've always wanted to do. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try it. So I did it. My first couple videos on the channel are not good, but you know, it's sort of, I don't know how, but people started liking it, and it sort of just like blew up, and now we're over 100,000 subscribers, so it's really cool.
Yeah, and I was looking at your Instagram, and I think the oldest post is maybe like 68 weeks old, and like back then it was only maybe like a handful of likes. Was there one piece of content that really exploded?
The one thing that really like put me on the map, I guess you would say, is when I started hunting for Mr. Gold.
Can you, for people who might not know, what is Mr. Gold?
Mr. Gold is a super, super rare minifigure. There are only 10,000 of them made. And they came in minifigure blind bags. So they were like little bags where you couldn't see what's in them, and you have to open them. There's a mystery minifigure in them, and you could get Mr. Gold, but it was very low chance you get Mr. Gold. It's like a chrome minifigure that's like supposed to look like gold. And now it costs up to $10,000. Wow. So I had a sealed box of Series 10, and I was just sitting on it. It was sort of like fate that I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just open it for a YouTube video because I feel like that would get views. And it actually worked. And it got a lot of views, and that's been like a big series on my channel.
And you already have a Mr. Gold, right?
Yeah, I do.
Were you just lucky? How'd you get that?
I actually didn't pull that. I bought it for, I think, $2,000. Which is still a lot of money for a minifigure, but it's but now like the one I have is worth around like 4 or 5. So,
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, if you get 2 of them, you're set. If
yeah.
you manage to pull a second one. So once you saw that kind of content was really working, did your strategy shift at all on how you make videos?
That's an interesting question. I don't know. It's sort of, it all happened so fast, you know, like right when that hit, I was like, okay, this needs to be a series. We need to keep doing this. But I didn't want to just do Mr. Gold. I wanted not to be known just for that and then sort of fade out. So I started doing other stuff. It did like give me more motivation to do videos.
I would say even like the first video you have on YouTube, the style, like it's not quite to what it is these days, but it's like you can see that it's very similar. So I think you were kind of
Yeah.
onto it early.
Yeah, I did. Before I started YouTube, I knew I was gonna do YouTube like 6 months before I started. But what I did was I like researched and watched tons of videos that and like sort of wrote down notes on what goes viral, what's sort of the like what's sort of the key, the sort of way to do it, and what people like to see. Because I like a lot of different stuff and what people like to see. I would make videos on, like my Ghostbusters set up there. I did a video on it. It didn't do great, but that was like one of my personal favorite ones just because I love Ghostbusters. But unfortunately, mass majority of people watching my stuff probably don't care about that.
Who is there like one kind of demographic that watches your stuff?
I mean, on YouTube, it says 18 to 24 is my main demographic,
okay.
which is probably the same for everyone across YouTube, just because a lot of kids also lie about their age or stuff like that. But I do see in the comments there is a lot of kids, but I am trying to cater more towards like mock builders, adults, that sort of thing.
I have my own suspicions, but based on your content, can you kind of give us a sneak peek into some of those YouTube strategies that you use? Like what really draws people in?
The main thing that draws people in is definitely you need a good hook. I spend a lot of time working on hooks. That's like the most important thing. You need something that makes people be like, okay, I need to watch this video. I need to watch till the end. I need to see what happens. There needs to be like a question that they have in their head at the beginning of the video in the first 5 seconds.
Can you give us an example?
So for the SpongeBob one, I go, I'm on a mission to build the most ultimate SpongeBob Lego set or whatever. And then I show off, a quick like half a second shot of something that I made that will get people's attention, like Doodle Bob here. Like Lego never made like that. And people are like, oh, whoa, what's that? I need to see that. So they stay to see that, or just flash something at the beginning that will come in later or something like that.
But you need to flash it early. That's the important thing.
Yeah, let people know what the entire video is going to be about, but not enough that they can scroll without feeling like they missed something.
Yeah. Or I even noticed I was watching your video on fidget spinners. Like you sort of did a halfway point tease where you were like, this one's good, but it's not as good as this one, and it's like pixelated.
Yeah.
Do you find that like keeping attention is difficult?
Nowadays with like short form, yeah. Honestly, keeping attention is very difficult. And like I find that with me too. If I'm seeing shorts that aren't constantly moving, like it's kind of hard for me to stay focused, which I don't love. Like I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I just sort of see that on YouTube, and that's what I have to sort of cater towards to get my videos out there.
So when it comes to the short form content, I noticed there's a lot of like quick cuts, a lot of like sound effects. Why does that work?
The quick cuts, I sort of do that because I've been taught in film school to come in late and leave early. And with shorts, you only have like 60 seconds to make a full video. So quick cuts sort of just make sense to me, I guess. And it works to keep your attention as well on shorts. And sound effects, I just try to, put funny sound effects whenever I can, just because it elevates the video to a different level than without sound effects. Like if you watch my video before, I always edit my voiceover, then I edit picture on top. So I do that, and then I watch the whole thing. And if you watch it without sound effects, it's a completely different video. And once I go in there and I spend an hour or two on sound effects, it changes the whole thing.
Wow, and you put out so much of it?
Yeah, I have a schedule, like every 2 days I have to post something. And I've been pretty consistent with it. And it's sort of, I have to do it. Like I'll tell my friends I can't do anything, or I tell my mom, like, no, I can't come over for dinner. I have to make a video, and I just have to stick on a schedule.
Do you find that consistency really helps when it comes to like an audience?
Totally, yeah. And I think it helps with the algorithm as well. If you want to like succeed on YouTube, you have to be consistent. You can't just post whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
You need to sort of grow and build on a consistent schedule.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of your videos, like you sort of are calling Lego out for controversy, or you say Lego made this mistake, or everyone hates, something like that.
I'm not trying to just like call out Lego. I mean, I love Lego. Like, I think everything they make is great. I mean, not everything. There's obviously, I have problems with a lot of things, but I don't really have problems with it. Whenever I get a set, I like to modify it myself. So when I say I have a problem with it, I don't really have a problem with it. It's sort of just like a hook, to get people to watch. It's more like I want to show you how I modify it to make this set cooler for my display.
Yeah, I mean, even I can feel the difference between like a video that would be you saying, I added this feature to Galactus versus Lego forgot this key feature from the new Fantastic Four set. Like, I understand why one is much more hooky than the other.
Yeah, the second one definitely like catches your attention. You're like, oh, I need to see a mistake they made rather than a random guy adding something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. From what you've seen, what is sort of the general consensus online about Lego?
There's a lot of love for Lego. I mean, it's a really good community. It's really cool.
I'll just say from what I've seen, like, there was just a lot of like hate.
Yeah, I sort of look at a different side of Lego, I guess. I feel like the Star Wars community is much more toxic than all the other communities. And I get why, like, things are very expensive right now.
Yeah.
But it's also like the Kylo Ren shuttle, the little mini scale Kylo Ren shuttle, $70 for 400 pieces is insane. Like, that's crazy. Nobody should buy that. Don't buy that if you're, thinking of buying that. Don't buy it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Or the tank.
$160 for 800 pieces, which I bought it on the first day for a video. But I would not recommend buying it. Wait on a sale or something like that. Like, that's something like crazy to buy.
Yeah. The Lego opinions only get hotter from here. Up next, for Patreon supporters, Sam and I have a Lego hot take competition. Who has the hottest take? Who has the coldest take? For everyone else, on to part 2, the clash between personal taste and audience taste. Part 2, Clash Royale.
The only thing more weird than this collection of LEGO Star Wars minifigures is
which is the best LEGO Star Wars helmet in my collection.
Target released the August 1st wave a week early, so let's take a look. The best out of this.
Everyone's losing it over this $160 LEGO Star Wars set.
When does a creator's passion conflict with audience demand? What happens when you experiment and it doesn't work? If you go on Sam's YouTube channel, you'll see dozens of YouTube shorts and one long video. Well, for Sam, it's long. It's 5 minutes and 42 seconds, and it's called Every LEGO Star Wars Complete Saga Minifigure in Real Life. This was more of a passion project for Sam, and something he wasn't sure would do well. And the stats kind of show that. It's a 5-minute video with 114,000 views, compared with his YouTube shorts that again hit millions of viewers. It is a tug of war that artists have faced pretty much forever. Doing what you want or doing what makes you successful. It's a tough choice. If like views were not a factor at all, what are other video ideas you would love to do?
Probably I like making like movie mocks from like movies, like films. Like, I have a Reservoir Dogs mock that I made. I have an American Psycho mock that I made, but I just don't think people would really care to see that. And I have a Wolf of Wall Street mock that I made, which I really like. But I would love to make videos on those and talk about those and show those off. But I just don't think my main audience would very much want to watch that. I do want to sort of shift over from shorts to long form, but it's a whole different ball game, and I'm working on that right now, how to sort of shift over.
Yeah, because you only have one long form video up on your channel.
Yeah.
What did that feel like when that video didn't do as well?
I was happy with the video. I make these videos like it's fun for me too. I have a lot of fun making these videos, so a lot of it is just for me, but I do have to like cater stuff to people, and when stuff like that doesn't work, it's like, I mean, I don't know what the right word is. Not sad.
Disappointing?
Yeah, a little disappointing, but you know, it is what it is, and I can make those videos just for myself and keep them for myself if I want to.
Since you started your channel, has your relationship with Lego changed? Like the way you, I guess, interact with the sets?
Oh, totally. I totally look at them in a different way now. Like every time I get a set, what can I make? What video can I make on this? What can I talk about on this? What can I add to this? Rather than just building the set and putting it on display, you know? But it's fun. Like I always like that was something I always wanted to do. So it's really cool that I can do that now where I get a set and I'm like, what can I make on a video? What would people like to see with this set?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to be, I don't remember the term, but like Lego would send me sets to review. This was like a decade
Oh, wow.
When the online Lego community was a lot smaller. But I remember like it got to the point I was getting so many from them, like it just kind of, when I bought a set for myself, it was sort of like I couldn't really enjoy it like in the way I used to.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it was like how it's like I got to take it feels weird that I'm not taking pictures of every step along the way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. I like every time I build a set, I have to set up my lights. I have to film the box. I have to film me cutting the box. I have to film, all of that. Even if it's a set I don't make a video on, I have hundreds of videos of sets I never made videos on. Like I film all the time, but you only see a fraction of what I actually film and make. Because a lot of stuff I'm like, I don't know if I love this. Yeah.
How many sets do you buy these days for yourself versus for videos?
Nowadays, I don't really buy any sets for myself rather than videos, just because I want to save all my money to reinvest into my videos. The only time I get sets for myself are gifts from like my girlfriend or my parents. Like I just got the Italian Riviera set. I just finished that the other day, but that was a gift from my girlfriend. I wouldn't have gotten that for a video.
You do a lot of SpongeBob content. And I know you say you're a fan, but I assume the audience also responds really well to that, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of SpongeBob fans in the comments. There's a lot of kids, but there's a lot of adults who love the original 3 seasons, which are the ones I love.
What about Fortnite content? Is that something that you're into, or is that something more your audience is into?
I don't play Fortnite as much anymore. I played it in high school a lot with my friends. Yeah, when I really liked when the Battle Bus set came out, I was like, whoa, that's a really cool set. And I think that's like really good price to piece too. $100 for that set.
Yeah, the Fortnite sets are really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and all the other ones too, like the Der Burger set. I think that one's like they're all well built. They have awesome minifigures, great printing.
Yeah.
They're just like all around like really good sets. And even though I don't play as much anymore, I really just enjoy the sets too. There's really awesome. And there's like new pieces like with this cat figure. There's like a tiny head. It's like cool. It's like pieces I would never like think Lego would make. And it's like, wow, I need that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like cool stuff.
So what social platforms are you on?
I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube's the main one. TikTok is like my secondary, and then Instagram's like probably the lowest one.
Is it the same content you put on all 3?
Yeah, I post the same stuff on all 3. Instagram, I do put stories up sometimes of other things. And YouTube, I will be putting more long form, and I do have the long form video on there, which isn't on TikTok or Instagram.
Have you found there's a difference, or I guess what are the differences as a content creator between the 3 platforms?
I get the most views on YouTube. The audience picks up my videos quicker there, I guess. TikTok is like half of what I get, maybe a little less than half of what I get on YouTube. And then Instagram is all over the place. Like every video, I can't even tell what's going to do well on Instagram or not. It's very odd. I can usually tell when something is going to blow up on YouTube and TikTok, but on Instagram, I can't really tell. Like it's very strange, the algorithm there. I haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. Are the TikTok and YouTube algorithms pretty similar?
Yeah, they're pretty similar. There is a difference though. I just think it's like an audience difference. TikTok users, I feel like, have a less attention span than YouTube.
Yeah. Can you see behind the scenes of a video, like when people are swiping away?
Yeah, yeah, I get like all the graphs of the exact like second people swipe away, and it's like a chart, like it goes like that.
Yeah. Does that change your strategy at all based on that graph?
I mean, yeah, I'm really like I should stop, but I hyper focus on like graphs and the like number, like it says on your video, it says like which number out of 10 this video did. Like it ranks it out of 10 compared to the last 10 videos you posted,
wow.
where it lands. So it's like if a video does well, it'll go like number 2 out of 10 or whatever. So I like hyper focus on that. I probably shouldn't, but I try to make my next video based off what number that hit. Like, how can I make the next video one up that video?
Yeah. Do you get any like hate in the comments from people?
I mean, yeah, of course. There's a lot of people that like send hate, but that doesn't really bother me just because I know it's going to happen.
Yeah. Is the majority of it positive?
Most people are very positive, and they send me like private messages as well. And most people are very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I try to respond to everybody that messages me too.
Yeah. I loved hearing that from Sam because in all the internet discourse, it's kind of easy to forget that Legos are toys meant to be enjoyed. So when people actually do that, when they enjoy stuff, when they break out of the outrage and the hatred and the race to have the hottest, loudest, angriest opinion, that's pretty cool. I know talking about the internet is kind of a downer, so I wanted to end things with Sam on a positive note. These days, is there a white whale set for you?
I mean, yeah, there's quite a few. I would need to go on my Bricklink wanted list. I have a lot of stuff on there. I really want the Monster Fighter mansion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I had that when I was younger and I broke it down, and now it's like I want it again because it's so cool. I didn't realize that it was like super cool. Also, the really big Minecraft set, the Mountain Cave, that one I always wanted when I was younger and I didn't get it. And then now it's like $1,200 sealed. So
Really?
it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's one that I probably won't get unless there's an opportunity where I can get it cheaper.
Yeah. What about minifigs? Are there any minifigs you don't have?
My white whale minifigure that I've been like trying to get for like a year, but I just haven't, is like the Harley Quinn minifigure from Apocalypseburg. It's the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn.
Why is that one? Is that one really rare?
It's like a $350 minifigure now. And I have more expensive minifigures, but I don't know. I just haven't like pulled the trigger on that one yet for some reason.
Yeah.
But I do that's one that I really want.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd say my set is probably 2003 Cloud City.
Yeah.
Which again, probably like the coldest take on Earth. But that was the one every Shop at Home catalog I was circling it. I
have a crazy story about that.
Go ahead.
So when I was 13, for my 13th birthday, I was like, I want the Cloud City set. Dad, I want the Cloud City set so bad. But it was like $1,000 sealed at the time, which sounds like nothing now compared to what it costs now.
Yeah.
But
that's a lot.
That's a lot of money. $1,000 is a lot of money for a set. But I really wanted it, and I like saved up for it as well, and I like paid half of it, and he was like, okay, if I'll get it. And so we ordered it, and when it came opened.
Oh no.
Even though it said sealed when we ordered it. And so I had it. It had the box, it had the figures, it had every piece and stuff. But we were like, oh, it was $1,000. We would have wanted it sealed, so we sent it back. And now I wish we didn't send it back because opened it's like $6,000 with the box and stuff.
Wait, so you don't have it still?
No, I don't have it. No, I have this little box that has the worst condition Jango Fett that's all yellowed. The worst condition Boba Fett that has cracks on the arm. It's missing one arm.
Oh, yeah.
Feet cracks. And then this variant Fox that has a crack on its torso.
Wow.
So these are just like the worst condition rare figures.
Yeah, that Jango Fett reminds me. I've to answer about the White Whale minifigs. I've kind of two. One is the Jango Fett. When I was, oh man, I don't even remember. When I was a kid, it was shortly after the Slave One set came out. We were at some store, and I looked down on my feet, and the Jango Fett headgear piece was just on the floor of the store.
Oh wow.
And like, you know, I didn't know it was worth anything, but I was like, I love that figure. So I snatched it up, I stuck it in my pocket. I still have it. I think that alone is worth $200.
Yeah, that's expensive, but like that's one of the expensive parts of the figure.
It's crazy. And so I mean, I'd love to get that figure one day, because right now I just have the headgear, which is like I mean, it's cool, it's just missing most of it. The figure I really wanted, similar to your Cloud City story, was the episode 2 Obi-Wan, the yellow skinned one.
Yeah.
I finally got him for my birthday when I was, I don't know, 14, 15. And I was so excited, and then the next day I could not find it. And I know I would never found it. And I could buy it now, but like it's just sort of like that always like maybe I'll find it at my parents' house one of these days.
I have stuff like that where, like, when I moved, I looked all over for figure. Like there was like, shoot, I had the Queen Amidala minifigure.
Oh wow, yeah.
And I couldn't find it for like 6 months, and I was like, where did it go? I don't know where it went. And then when I moved out of my parents' house, we cleaned up literally my entire room and you know, like my Lego space and stuff. And it just wasn't there, and I never found it. And it was just like, where did my Queen Amidala go? I don't know what happened. It like disappeared.
And my Obi-Wan figure hanging out somewhere on some beach somewhere together. Thank you so much to Sam for chatting with me about LEGO content and audience. He is all over social media as Sam Wyatt Bricks. It's all one word. Show him some love, and you'll honestly want to stick around to watch his stuff. He is a genius at that 5-second hook. Like, seriously, I kept getting distracted while writing the script for this episode because I would just click on a short and then start watching his shorts. And if you want to see more long-form stuff from Sam, check out his Star Wars The Complete Saga video of his. The views will really help. And that's the episode. Thank you for listening to this conversation about short-form LEGO content. I hope I kept your attention all the way to the end because, I'll admit, my hooks need some work. If you want to support the show, share it by word of mouth. Tell a friend, tell your online LEGO peers. And of course, following the podcast everywhere is a huge help. It is the same handle everywhere, clutchpower.pod. If you want to take your support of this show to the next level, please become a patron. You'll get extra content for every episode, along with a digital LEGO mock built specifically for that episode. For this episode, you'll get a portrait of the ever-elusive Mr. Gold, which is probably the closest most of us will get to ever actually having him. You can see the mock-up on my socials. Thank you for listening. Have a good night, and stay connected.